It was the spring of '92, and we discovered that an abortionist was setting up a clinic at our local hospital.
And the call went out to the churches and to the community of a need to counter that, to come against this coming into our community.
When we heard the abortionist was coming to town, we all rallied and did a lot of research, did a lot of legwork, did a lot of prayer.
Editorials in the paper, and finally a peaceful protest at the hospital followed. And the doctor didn't stay very long. He stayed for a little bit, but he didn't stay. But we were left with that question, then what do they have? What's the option that these girls have?
We saw the need in Franklin County because of the high pregnancy rate for there to be an alternative to abortion for these girls. And we felt like we could make that happen through a crisis pregnancy center set up in Ottawa.
That's really when God called us to this ministry. It was not an idea that we had of our own, but he just led different people to get involved in this quest.
Well, there were 3 of us that originally started LifeCare. Shari Clark, Terry Seeger, and I.
We wanted to help the girls. We wanted to educate them. We wanted to help reduce the teen pregnancy rate if we could. We wanted to help them with the things they would need to have a baby so they could keep the baby. So that's how LifeCare kind of began. Dr. Don Philgreen, who was our personal family physician, had moved to the Lighthouse maternity home in Kansas City. And he was the one that suggested that we could become a satellite of the Lighthouse here, and that's what we did.
But we needed to raise $10,000. And in a little over 3 months, the community gathered together, rallied together, did fundraising, made pledges, and were able to raise that $10,000 to begin in a small office building to provide pregnancy tests and some counseling, and to be able to provide other services on a limited basis.
From a very humble beginning in 1993, God has proved over and over again the truth in the verses in Ephesians 3:20 and 21. Now to him who is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that we ask or think, according to the power that works in us, to him be the glory in the church by Christ Jesus to all generations forever and ever. Throughout LifeCare's history, God has always provided for our needs more and more. He has expanded our borders over the past 25 years from 1 employee to 6 employees and soon to be 7 employees. He has taken us from a small satellite facility to a pregnancy resource center having our own 501c3 status.
God has taken our budget from a little over $10,000 at the start of the ministry to over $158,000 budget for 2018.
From fewer than 300 client visits per year to well over 2,500.
God has taken LifeCare from 400 square feet when we first started out to more than 2,600 square feet over the course of 18 years and several moves.
We have a really nice newly remodeled facility that over 350 clients walked through last year during those 2,500 visits.
I remember the day sitting at my desk and trying to figure out if we were going to make payroll or which bills I could pay with the money that was in our checking account, knowing that it wasn't going to reach, and trying to decide how to tell the rest of my staff that they weren't getting paychecks again that week. And someone walked in the door with a check for just the amount that I needed to cover the payroll and all the bills that were due that week.
After years of renting and leasing space, God had provided for us an opportunity in 2010 to purchase our own building. We organized a capital and fundraising campaign and were able to raise $10,000 quickly in order to provide a down payment for the building that LifeCare now owns, and it is a permanent facility.
He expanded our client base to include district court clients as well as services for men.
He put a new roof and facade on the building without us even going into debt.
He transformed our services by adding the Earn While You Learn curriculum. Now our parents earn resources they need for their children while learning to be better parents.
He miraculously orchestrated the events in 2006 that allowed us to go medical. By offering ultrasounds, close to 100 babies were saved, and many mothers were given the opportunity to bond with their preborn babies.
In 2010, God blessed LifeCare Center with a brand new ultrasound machine that was provided by the Knights of Columbus.
Today, more churches than ever are engaged with LifeCare.
After multiple attempts, but at just the right time, God opened the door for us in 2016 to bring the healthy relationships education to the public school system.
We have a vibrant, engaged board that is leading LifeCare into the future under God's direction.
We've seen such a growth in LifeCare itself, and not only in LifeCare, but also in the people that we affect.
This ministry has grown by leaps and bounds for one or two reasons. One, we were obedient to what the Lord had called us to do, and one that's really important and important in my heart is we did not compromise the Christian belief in our counseling.
And one thing I realized that LifeCare does is they provide training for people so that they can learn to be parents. After all, babies don't come with a owner's manual.
My experience with LifeCare was life-changing. It really, truly was. Because without them, I probably wouldn't have had the life I've had.
I think the thing that really gets my heart about LifeCare is the proof that God can do wonderful things through people who believe.
I love coming in here and feeling the warmth and the love that the entire staff gives me, and I like being able to feel like I have a second family to come to.
None of us feel worthy to be here, but we're here because God has called us to this ministry.
We know that the Lord has grown and stretched us over and over again over the past 25 years with one purpose in mind: to share the life-saving power and love and grace of Jesus Christ with our clients.
Everything we do is about our clients. We exist to empower our clients to make healthy, God-honoring life choices for themselves and their families. And in the end, their stories are LifeCare's story.